Hey there guys, it's your boy Akris. We're back with some Trails of Cold Steel. And man, we are at Guerrilla Fortress. I feel like it didn't take too long, but at the same time, it did take quite a bit. We had a little bit of an experience with it in the very beginning of the game, but I'm interested in seeing how all this plays out. Especially since we know whatever is going to happen here is happening during the trade conference. Anyway, hopefully you guys are doing well. I'm doing alright. Honestly, I was telling you guys I've been feeling a bit better, and while that is true, I still kind of feel rough. And not only that, but today when I woke up, first of all, I had a pretty stuffy nose. Hopefully it's cleared up a bit so you can't really tell. But the part that's bothering me the most is my right eye. When I woke up, my right eye was bloodshot red. And not only is it bloodshot red, but it's watery. It keeps, like, my eyes keep tearing up. So I'm dealing with that at the moment. I don't know how long I'll record, because that shit's gonna bother me while I'm reading dialogue. I just know it. But I still wanted to try since I got a bit of time right now. And unfortunately, you guys are caught up with me now. There's nothing pre-recorded really. So we're all right here, which is kind of unfortunate. I prefer to stay a bit ahead of you guys so I could kind of just dish out content. That is what it is. These days, I find myself looking forward to mealtime so I can read letters from my family while I eat. That's mighty wholesome of you. It sure ain't the food that puts a smile on my face, that's for sure. I don't think I could keep this slop down if I didn't have these letters to take my mind off it. Damn, that's some real shit. Damn, at least give them something decent every once in a while. My goodness, not this sloppy Joe. The Vanders are a military family entrusted with the protection of the Imperial family. They're also famous for their house's style of swordsmanship. A few of them serve in the Imperial Army actually. You've got Lieutenant General Vander from the 3rd Armored Division, and there's apparently another Vander in the 7th. You should ask Major Neidhart more. I heard those two were classmates. So Neidhart and Vander were classmates, huh? Honestly, I guess that's not too much of a surprise. Neidhart kind of reminds me of Vander. There are 1,000 soldiers stationed here in Guerrilla Fortress. That means it can get awfully crowded here in the mess hall, so we do everything in shifts. Though you inevitably get people coming in late, so we never really have much in the way of downtime. Of downtime. What? Did you come back to complain about the food some more? That was just a welcome meal of sorts. It's not like we serve food like that every day of the week. Just 6 days out of the 7. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that answers what I was saying a second ago. But on that one other day, we serve up the Army's famous hash and beef rice. It's really good, you know. Gives the soldiers something to look forward to. Speed plus 25%. Wait, honestly? this gonna get my CP back? Alright, let's get up out of here. See what's going on with everyone. Today's military exercise is the big one. They're pulling out all the stops today. The guys who were actually participating already left a while ago though. Okay, so they're saying the same dialogue. Wait, wasn't there another? Oh, he's walking around. Hey, you must be those students from the military academy. So, what do you think of Guerrilla? Interested in working here after you graduate? Not in the slightest. I admit, the food's pretty awful, but other than that, it's not a bad place to work. Whatever you say. Alright, let's see who's over here. Oh, it's Emma. Oh, are you taking a rest, Emma? I did take a short walk around, but everything about this fortress is so imposing. It made me feel a little faint. I feel you there. Looking at Emma now, it's hard to believe she's the same person who almost single-handedly guided us through that castle. Ring? Nah, never mind. I can't tell you guys how sick and tired I am of Ring saying never mind whenever it comes to Emma. If somebody don't confront Emma, by the end of this game, I might lose it. I might snap. Like every fragile tree branch in existence. My goodness. I mean, I guess time and a place, maybe. But there is one thing that's been bugging me lately, ever since we arrived in Legrand. I feel like just out of the corner of my eye, I catch glimpses of this small black shadow following us. Oh, so he's actually aware that Celine has been there. He just doesn't know it's Celine. But ever since we got to the fortress, I haven't seen it. Yeah, I don't even think Celine followed us here. I mean, last time we saw her, she was on the rooftop, but she looked like she was going in a different direction. But maybe she still got on the train, but she just went somewhere else. We haven't seen her so far. Really? Maybe you were possessed by something. Possessed? Yikes. That's kind of an unsettling thought. It is, isn't it? I'm glad I told her to go back when we reached Keldic. This fortress is so vast, I can see myself getting lost if I'm not careful. I'm glad I didn't bring her along. What is it? Emma, you make me so mad. You and Celine. I hate these secrets. See who's here. We got Sara. What is our instructor up to? Oh yeah, Toval gave me a call about what happened in Legrand. So you had a mechanical monster show up outside the city limits. Yeah, Toval looked pretty concerned when we first mentioned it to him too. Do you know anything about them? Yeah, they're called archaisms. Well, I'm no stranger to the groups that makes them. Okay, Sara. Even though I'm not surprised she's in the know, of course she would be. That group is none other than Ouroboros, the society. They go by the name Ouroboros. Hey, there it is. I feel like this is probably the very first time they've name dropped Ouroboros. I could be mistaken though. They're a secret society of sorts that acts in the shadows all across the continent. A secret society? We don't know how many members there are, what they're capable of. Honestly, we don't know much about them at all. Ain't that the truth? And all the stuff that we do know about the society, all that stuff ends up being even more complicated, and eventually it turns into more stuff that we don't know or understand. I could give a great example of this right now, and that is the Phantasmal Blaze plan that is said to reach a conclusion here in Erebonia. As Arian wrote specifically said that. It was right after we fought her. Right after we broke her helmet. Yeah, she was mentioning how there's going to be a upheaval in the Empire. And it's going to be done soon. And that the Phantasmal Blaze plan reach a conclusion. And that'll be here in the Empire. What we do know is that they have access to technology more advanced than most cutting-edge research institutes, and that they've been behind several crises that have threatened to shake the foundations of entire nation-states. And these are the people who made those monsters? If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I'd find it hard to swallow, but there's no denying what we saw out there. Well, you don't need to come to grips with it just yet. We call them mechanical monsters like the ones you guys fought archaisms. And lately, it seems like an awful lot of them have made their way onto the black market. There's been one sighting after another these days all over the Empire and beyond. Wow. That's heavy. Does that mean there's a chance they might be plotting something here in Erebonia? They definitely are. I quite literally just explained this. But for you guys, she probably doesn't have a clue. Because the society, they're so random sometimes. That might come across as random to us, but they're probably being, doing things accordingly to, the Grand Master and whatnot. Just in your opinion, I mean. Well, that's the tricky thing about them. It doesn't necessarily mean that at all. There have been cases where we know they put archaisms out in the wild purely to test their abilities, for example. Still, it's something to keep in the back of your mind at least. Right, I'll be sure to let the others know too. Honestly, as if we don't have enough to worry about with terrorists out there and two factions at each other's throats. Yeah, you throw the society into the mix, it gets even more convoluted. She'd just play innocent too, even if I tried to press her about it. She'd just play innocent too. She referring to Sharon? I mean, clearly it wouldn't be Claire, and those are the only two people I can think of that she has a problem with that are female. But this is assuming it's, someone we know, of course. She could be referring to someone else. But if it is Sharon, I feel like I'm misinterpreting this sentence. Because I feel like everything I want to say right now, that's just, it wants to come spewing out. I feel like what she just said right here, it's kind of confusing me. Because this line isn't about the terrorists or the other factions. I feel like this line right here is tied to what she was referring to just before all of that, which is the society. So am I to believe that she's hinting at the fact that Sharon is a part of the society? and that's how she would know stuff, and that's the reason why she would want to press her about it. Because if she's from the society, you know, I've always felt a little uneasy about Sharon. She's never, you know, done anything to warrant it really, outside of being really, you know, just kind of strange. Even when she pulled up at Nord and she was hiding and Sara called her out. And then I think Sharon also said something weird about how she never wants to be like caught unaware or something like that when we were talking to her. This was parts ago, I believe. But if she, you can kind of tie her into the society, not based on anything we know, but if you wanted to create a connection, it's possible. And that's all thanks to the way that Ouroboros is run. The way that the Grandmaster runs Ouroboros, Sharon could very well be an enforcer, because the enforcers are the ones that have a lot of freedom. I believe that's what Blue Blanc, either Blue Blanc or Campanella said it. I believe it was Blue Blanc. He was saying how they can pretty much do whatever they want regardless of the English or the Grandmaster's wishes. And to follow up on that, the first English himself said that regardless of the chain of command or them being, you know, in a hierarchy, that they can't force or boss around the enforcers because it'll go against the Grandmaster's wishes. Navardis had a problem with that. I believe he was the one that thought it was foolish. So that already, you can already tie Sharon into Ouroboros if you look at her as a enforcer, because she would have the freedom to pretend to be a maid for the Rhineford company for whatever reason. Because think about it, we already have examples of it. We have a few examples. We have Joshua, we have Ren, we have Luciola. Like, Joshua never went back to Ouroboros. Ren hasn't, and she got adopted by Cassius, and Luciola hasn't as well, even though she did help out Campanella a little back in Crossville. But other than that, she didn't have any direct hands in it, I don't believe. I don't know what to think. Did I just misinterpret this? Did I misinterpret what she's saying? Or, but I feel like what I just said could be right on the money. Like, it could fit. I just don't know what she's doing being a maid at the Rhineford company and does a rank. Like, let's say that she is a part of the society. Does Arena know? Obviously, Elisa doesn't. Does Arena? Because I wouldn't be surprised if she did know, or something to that degree, or know a little about her background. And she is the one that hired her after all. Damn, Sara, you really made me think right here. Who do you mean? Just talking to myself. Anyway, you just focus on your field study right now. Between this fortress and training exercise you'll be observing this afternoon, you'll have a front row seat to see what the military is all about. Understood, instructor. Just focus on your field study for now. Man, what a conversation. Sara, you got my mind. I I can't even process what I came to the conclusion of. Is that what she's saying? Is she saying that Sharon would know about the society? And why else would you know about the society unless you're a part of it? Because just because you're not with them doesn't mean you're not an enforcer. Joshua, Rin, Lucio, all of them are still seen as that. The one who has less freedom are the English. Huh. What the hell was this conversation? Sarah just opened my eyes. That might have been the most, like, I don't even know. I'm at a loss for words from that conversation. That was the best conversation I feel like I've really had in a one-on-one scenario with another character. That's not a bonding event, just a regular convo. My goodness.
Welcome to Corellia Fortress. You and your classmates from Thor's Military Academy have been granted permission to explore the fortress. As long as you don't stray outside the permitted area, you're free to go wherever you like.
Okay then. Saying the same stuff. The corridor on the right leads to the right wing of the fortress. Left you'll find the guest rooms and briefing room. The staircase over there leads to the command center, but you haven't been granted permission to go inside. It's just how it is, I'm afraid. Maybe they'll decide to show you around there later. Let's talk to this guy back here.
Corellia Fortress is the eastern cornerstone of the Empire in both size and strategic importance. In addition to all the guardsmen assigned to the fortress, the 5th Armored Division is stationed here as well. If you go by sheer numbers of soldiers, Corellia is easily the Empire's largest military base. Having that kind of power on display here will make Calvert think twice before messing with it.
Yeah, you're the greatest. All of that nonsense.
I hope you enjoyed the tour.
And we got Fee and Laura together. But before we talk to this guy, let's check out the shop. They might have something we need to buy. Yeah, they have an Imperial Chronicle issue. Number 7. Now, let's see what this is all about. Alright, issue 7. Alright, before we get started reading this stuff, let me grab a bit of water. Special feature, Western Moria Trade Conference. The Western Moria Trade Conference is finally commenced. As the first international conference of its kind, it has naturally become the subject of much attention and discussion since its initial announcement. We will be bringing you the latest news from Crossbell State itself, where the representatives of various nations attending continue to arrive. The 4 nations representatives. Each of the attendees at the highest standing in their respective countries. Representing our nation of Erebony will be Prince Oliver, on behalf of His Majesty the Emperor and Chancellor Osborne. The delegate from Calvert the Republic will be headed State President Rock Smith, and the Principality of Rimaferia to the north will be presented by Prince Albert. Lastly, Crown Princess Claudia, the GOAT of this group. Put some respect on Claudia. Put some respect on Chloe's name. Will be the spokesperson for the Liberal Kingdom to the south. The Orcus Tower. The conference will be held in the recently completed skyscraper Orcus Tower, overtaking the Rhineford building in Rohrer as the continent's tallest building at 40 floors and over 250 yards in height. Rumor has it that you can't even see its top from the ground. It's believed that the building will be unveiled during the trade conference opening ceremony. The conference's direction. With the heads of various nations in Western Zamoria gathered in one place for the trade conference, what matters will be discussed. A former diplomat offered his opinion. It is difficult to predict. The president of Calvert Republic and the head of Erebonian government coming together for a discussion like this is unprecedented. No matter what topics of discussion come up, the outcome of this conference is sure to determine the direction of the international politics for years to come. Specialists in the fields of policy, international relations, and the economy will be watching with bated breath. The economy tax increase in Nordia province. Nordia province is set to join provinces of Lumiere and Kreutzen in implementing significant tax increases, it appears. The unprecedentedly steep increase has been met with staunch opposition from across the province. Furthermore, the Rheinfurt Company, which has its corporate headquarters in Rohr, the provincial capital, has issued a statement regarding the tax increases for the first time. The company stated that it believes the increases may potentially slow the growth of the Erebonian economy and has made its opinions known to Marquise Ragnar in writing. Ooh. Angelica's Pops. Spotlight. The Lesage Boutique. Starting this fall, the head store of the boutique chain Lesage will be carrying products from the Strega Corporation. If functional yet fashionable sneakers are what you want, come along to Lesage. Oh, Lesage got them Stregas. Holy Stregas. And where's Estelle and Kevin? Hey there, I take care of resupplying soldiers' personal equipment. I've got permission to sell to you, so if there's anything you need, just let me know. My question is there anything we need? Nah. Well, these two. I'd heard about the fortress from my father, but seeing it in person really drives home its incredible scale. Oh yeah, your father helps train the Imperial Army in swordsmanship, doesn't he? I can see why he's so busy if he's going around training all the soldiers in places this massive. Indeed. I feel like the reality of it is finally sinking in for me as well. I have no idea how his teachings are actually being applied though. Ooh, I feel you, Laura. Perhaps we'll have the opportunity to find out during today's military training exercise. I'm looking forward to it. I feel like with these army guys, yeah, they're going to be using weapons and stuff, but for the most part, we've seen how Erebonian acts. They're pulled up with tanks. I expect some of the soldiers in this fortress have been trained by my father. Perhaps today's military exercise will give us the chance to see them put their training into use. Honestly, I don't know how much we're going to be seeing of that. Because when it's all said and done, guns, tanks, airships, all of that type of stuff is what these military people are all about. The soldiers here seem pretty well trained, pretty well equipped too, like you'd expect from the Empire's biggest fortress. You'd need to put in some serious prep time if you wanted to topple it. B? I'm not sure that's something you should say within earshot of soldiers. Old habits die hard. Yeah, she's like, man, I don't even care. I'm used to it. It's hard to break habits, though. They do seem to be outfitted well, though. We didn't expect any less from the Imperial Army. Looks like we can get supplies over at the counter, too. Seems worth a look. So we have the Fortress Motor Pool and the Fortress Central Freight Platform. So that's Major Neinhardt of the 4th Armored Division, huh? In his time serving under Lieutenant General Craig, I hear he's come to consider one of the Army's top most promising young officers. And he's actually pretty handsome, if I say so myself. I bet anything he flies up the ranks. Honestly, I'm genuinely surprised you're over here talking about the fact that dude is handsome. Especially coming from some army guy. They're usually like, oh man, I'm so macho and tough. I can't compliment another guy. I'm too much of a man. Usually how it goes, right guys? Right guys? Oh, we can actually... This is the first hangar where we keep our tanks. Every soldier in the 5th Armored Division knows it back to front. Be sure to take a good look around. Oh, I will. Look at all this. Dealing with airbonia is always going to be a problem. They're loaded. I'll still never forget when they pulled up on us over in Ouroboros. Seems like this is a hangar for tanks and armored cars. It's kind of staggering to see so many of them lined up in one place. Well, you better get used to it. Especially here in Airbonia. I like that. We spent the whole night fitting the old tanks with C units for today's military exercise. Can you believe it? I've been at this all night without so much a minute to shut eye. Once this is done, I'm gonna sleep like no one's ever slept before. Hey, I feel you, man. Whenever you got the chance to rest, do it. Lunch is waiting for me after this. I can hear it calling my name. That shitty ass sloppy plate. Just gotta keep it up a bit longer. Damn, I'm so look at this guy's face, man. Honestly, I'm depressed for you. I know you don't want to eat that shit. Nobody wants to eat that shit. But listen, things will be alright. Bless you. Bless your heart. Not even serving you real human food. Yeah, I got more of a problem about the food than they do, so what? They just grew accustomed to this nasty stuff. This nasty filth. That toilet bowl ass soup. The legendary Craig the Reg will be overseeing our military exercise today. He's the man every soldier should aspire to be. A strong fighter and a brilliant tactician rolled into one. You could just feel the excitement in the air. I don't know, but I look forward to seeing Craig the Reg, that's for sure. My daughter's turning 3 soon. Oh. Don't worry, Daddy will be home soon. He just needs to survive his overtime. Well, hopefully, you do get to return for her birthday. The accents have some crazy firepower, but they require a lot of maintenance. They're like a fussy little baby. Fussy little babies can fire armor-piercing rounds anyway. That's a hell of an image. The older engineers seem really worn out. I'm new here myself, but it sounds like it's always like this when they have to prep for military exercises. The older engineers seem really worn out. Okay. Yo, this takes me back right here. Look at this setup. What does this setup remind you guys of, man? The good old times of being in the SSS, man. This here's called the Orbal Net. We got it hooked up after the Rhineford Company asked us to test it out. I gotta say, it's pretty darn impressive. You can pretty much access it whenever you want, and you can give way more specific orders than you can on the phone. To be honest, this overtime would have been a huge nightmare if it weren't for this. How convenient, the internet, the Orbal Net. How great it is to see that technology is advancing. It's a shame that we've only got the Orbal Net set up here, the command center and the storage areas. It'd be way easier if we could use it to contact tradesmen and other non-military folks too. Honestly, I can't wait to see, like, if there's time skips and stuff in the future. I can't wait to see how all these places like upgrade and advance. I'm not looking forward to this. You've never seen any military exercises before, right, Reem? Yeah, this will be my first time. I take it you had then? I mean, I'd be more surprised if he didn't. His father is Craig the Red. Olaf Craig. Yeah, my dad showed me one last time. My dad showed me the one last time he brought me out here. He really does want me to join the military, but you don't want to. Elliot, you love music. It is okay to become a musician. Just because your father wants you to go to the military doesn't mean you have to. You're gonna be a grown-ass man. You're 17 years old or something like that, right? Do what you want to do, first and foremost. I'd hate to see you do something just because your father made you, and you end up not being happy and just spending most of your time feeling miserable. That's just no way to live. I really don't think I'll be suited for it the way he is. I get where you're coming from. The more I hear about his dad, the more curious I get. I guess it'll be nice to see my dad for the first time in a while. Yeah, that will be nice. Look on the bright side. I'm not entirely sure how to feel seeing so many Aztecs lined up like this. The Rhineford Company makes these, don't they? Yep, we just got this information. Unfortunately so. I'm sure they'll be using them for this military exercise too. As far as I can tell, they'll be pitted against the older automated models. That sounds pretty brutal. The older tanks won't stand a chance. Well, that's kind of the point. They want to show out just how easily this Aztecs can dominate them. Well, you don't get the chance to go eyes on with this stuff every day. I'll take the opportunity to see for myself just how competent they are. That's just like her. Let's see what Mother's tanks are made of. This is the commander. We can't go here though, can we? Oh, it just took us back up. I want to head out first though, because I think we could come down. Yeah. Wow. Look at this view. But being here is pretty interesting, but at the same time, look at these two. At the same time, it's really stuffy here. I don't think I could tolerate being here for too long. What about you guys? You guys love it here? I feel like it's too intense for me. I can't believe the size of this place. Oh, given that uniform, you must be one of the students from Thor's. Feel free to look around all you like, but try to stay out of our way. We're all incredibly busy at the moment. So if you don't mind, I'd ask you to make your way to the corridor over there instead of hanging around here. Understood. Thank you very much. Might as well head over there. Yeah, look at this. This is crazy, man. It's nothing but iron as far as the eye can see. Oh, you're one of those students from Thor's, aren't you? Don't wander off on your own or anything. Security's on high alert because of the trade conference. We're working some pretty rough shifts already, so we don't need you causing us any extra trouble. You said I'd be causing you extra trouble, huh? Imperial Army soldier? You don't even have a name. People without names don't even step to me. I promise you I'm not listening. The boys, oh, Milliam. Guys, are you okay? Why is he asking that? Does it look like something's wrong with him? Or maybe he's just kind of... Maybe, guys, maybe he thinks he's a little overwhelmed with all this stuff. I'm just kind of shocked by how different the atmosphere here is from Zinder Gate. Okay, yeah. That's to be expected. Well, it is a major military base right on the border of Crossville. I never imagined it'd be quite this big, though. This place is such a departure from Zinder Gate that I can hardly believe that this is the same military. Although, perhaps this is the true face of the Imperial Army. It's a reality I can accept, but one that I pray Nord will never have to face. Damn, that's some real stuff, man. I really feel for guys, bro. And his people back in Nord. And I love, man, I'm a Nordian. Is that what it's called? I have no idea. I'm just saying shit. This fortress is the very definition of oversized. And that's ignoring the excessive display of military power. I imagine that the post-string is meant to show the courts and provincial army that they could be crushed with them on the whim. I forgot what this place probably means to you and your family. I suppose. While I don't agree with my father's actions, I can't say I'm comfortable with this fortress presence either. In fact, I find it hard to believe that anyone could sleep peacefully near a fortress like this. Hell yeah, sleeping near it is one thing, but having the railway guns pointed over in your area is a whole different thing. If soldiers and weaponry weren't enough, the railway guns trained on crossbow don't bode well either. Especially when you realize that the blood and iron chancellor himself chose where to point them. Any excuse to flaunt his power. Eustace is my guy, man. I can't stress it, and I know I've said it probably for the past couple of parts, but I just can't stress it. He's my favorite character. He's literally my favorite character. No, guess you can't see it from here after all. What is she looking for? Is she trying to find Orcus Tower? Because they did say you could see it from here. But didn't they say you had to be up high? We'd be able to see it from where the railway guns are, but they'll get mad if I get too close to them. What are you up to now, Milliam? You know that huge Orcus Tower where they're holding the trade conference? I'm trying to get a good view of that. Oh yeah, they mentioned it in the Imperial Chronicle and on the radio. Can you actually see it from all the way over here? That'd be incredible. Would I ever lie to you? I wish I could have gone with Gramps instead of being stuck on some stupid field study. Milliam, you were just enjoying it not too long ago. Now it's stupid all of a sudden. Honestly, I can relate to it if you're talking about being here specifically. Nobody wants to be here, let's be real. Place is too damn stuffy. Why'd you join Class 7 then? Speaking of which, they're going to be holding a keynote session there tomorrow. I wonder what they'll be talking about during it. Most people are thinking it's just so they can decide on finance rules and stuff for Western Zamoria. But I think it's really going to end up being about who Crossbow belongs to. That right you are, Milliam. Except it's about to take a turn for the worse. Knowing Gramps, he might even try to get Crossbow to become a part of Ouroboros. Seriously? The prince is gonna be there too, so he'll probably just try to shake everybody up a bit. Unbelievable. Poe is there too though, so here's hoping things go well. Oh man, I wanted to go to Crossbell too. They got a theme park over there and everything. Grams and Lecter are so lucky. Millie, be quiet and enjoy your field study and start learning stuff. Because there's a lot of things you don't understand about. And some of it is just regular common sense. Yeah, I'm scolding Milliam. I'm tired of this. What's with that kid? I knew we'd be getting visitors from doors, but they're older than that, right? How'd she even get in here? Don't cause any problems, alright? Between handling security and getting ready for military exercise, we got enough on our hand as is. You shut the fuck up. How about that? How about that? Watch who you're talking to. First of all, Imperial Army soldier, I'm getting real tired of you guys running your mouth thinking you're tough. When it comes down to it, if we had to fight right now, hand to hand, sword to sword, whatever the case may be, you're losing. You guys are all talk. You walk around in your little suits and stuff. But when it comes down to it, the only ones we can really rely on are the top dogs that you guys have. You guys, there's nothing real special about you. Yeah, I gotta crash out on this clown because I'm tired of these guys running their mouth, thinking they're somebody when they're nothing. They're nothing to me. Valid crash out or not? Yo, look at this place. Now, but I do hate talking to soldiers. They piss me off the most, man. let's sit back. Trying not to get lost. Normally I get lost left and right. You guys know me. I'm like Zoro from One Piece. Oh, hey, check it out. Is this not, this might not be the specific area we were in the beginning of the game, but it's similar. It might have been like higher up or something, but it's still the same layout, you know, because there was a orbit station here, wasn't there? Or in the spot that I'm thinking of. You've only been granted permission to explore certain parts of the left wing. Everyone else is off limits. If it's any consolation, there's not much worth seeing in the right wing. To be honest, it's mostly just storage rooms. I'll be the judge of that. It's locked. There's no way to explore past here. I guess I won't be. Let's go up. We got 9 heart and where the hell this is. Oh, look at my boy's face though. Lieutenant General Walter. Wait, look at your face. Yeah, something ain't right with this guy. You can already tell just by the way he looks. He's one of them people that's quick to pull the trigger on something. Even if it's something small or very minor, he tries to paint it in a light that is way bigger than it was. Tell me I'm wrong. Would you guys really trust this guy? Hell no, I'm not trusting him. You're crazy. So you're the students who have come to tour the fortress. I was about to butcher the hell out of that sentence. I had to regroup. Yes, sir. He's wearing an officer's uniform. I wonder if he's...
This is Lieutenant General Walter, commander of Aurelia Fortress. He also serves as the division commander for the 5th Armored Division, which is stationed here.
I apologize for not greeting you sooner, sir. Thank you for granting us the opportunity to tour the fortress. It really is an honor. Well, at least you aren't lacking in manners. Hardly built like a soldier, though. Let me explain something to you, Lieutenant General Walter. We don't need to be built like you or Nineheart. You still can get your ass beat. I promise you, this 8 leaves 1 blade shit, it doesn't discriminate at all. Any sort of body sizes, any races, any whatever. You get cut up all the same. Soon as you hear that, flames gather around my blade. It's up. It's over with. Walter, then you better learn your place. Tired of these clowns. Look at Nineheart. He doesn't even want to listen to your stupid shit. He just tolerating you. Look at his face. Like, yeah, he's 1 sentence away from, would you shut the fuck up, Walter? Yo, where's the real Walter, man? Where's the real one? The Ouroboros Walter. Yeah, I'd rather deal with Ouroboros than these clowns. So what? I have my doubts that you'd be able to endure the military's training regimen with a physique like that. You sure you're training them properly, Major?
My apologies, sir.
Though I hear the Academy has a former bracer as their combat instructor, they must really be scrapping bottom. Listen, Sara is 1,000 times more of a presentable and more, I can appreciate her way more than any of you here. Seriously, you're the last person that needs to be speaking on Sara's name. Don't ever do it again. Because I promise you, I can assure you, none of you can beat her in combat. You guys can't even beat us. They're just gonna, if we did have a fight, let's say we did fight. Something like how the SSS, had their training combat. When we had to take on the army. Quote unquote army. The only thing that's gonna happen is they're gonna try to paint it in the light that, they're tough for kids, but etc. etc. Yeah, they're gonna get back up and that's all there is gonna be to it. We know how this plays out. At the SSS, they really had hands though. They really did beat. Was it Douglas's little group, his little army? Rotations with the army. I've heard of purple lightning before, of course, but a bracer's still a bracer. Go tell that to her. She's down the hall. Go talk shit to her face. Why are you telling me? This is my problem with people. See, me, I'm up front. I'm talking to you directly. You rather talk behind somebody's back. Somebody that has more talent than you, more skilled than you. You simply can't fuck with her. Leaving such an important role in the hands of a civilian is ridiculous. The famous Thoris isn't what it used to be. Well, no surprises here. It's like he fills in every box on the checklist for stereotypical Imperial Army soldier. Anyway, as a fortress commander, allow me to welcome you to Corellia. Keep in mind, though, that we're constantly on alert for potential threats from the east. I have no problem with your class conducting your field study here, but see that you don't get in the way. Of course, sir. Very well, I'll take my leave here as I have business to attend to. Thank goodness, I thought you would never fucking leave, Walter. Seriously, starting to piss me off, starting to make me get out of character a little bit. I'm tired of these army guys. I hate it. Every game I have to deal with you idiots. Makes me sick to my stomach. If I wasn't already sick, you would have made me sick. Clown? Hooligan? Scoundrel? Yeah, I'm calling them all type of crazy names that I never say in reality, but we're gonna say it today. Yeah, he's certainly strict. He's certainly got a foot up his ass.
Well, he is responsible for keeping one of the Empire's most vital defensive fortifications running smoothly. Considering the ongoing tensions between the Empire and the Republic, you should be grateful he allowed you to come at all.
Nightheart, I don't give a fuck about any of this. You should be grateful that we decided to come along. Y'all set this stuff up. We didn't. Nobody in Class 7 said, oh man, I want to go to Corellia Fortress. I want to go see what the army's really like. Nobody here cares. You're gonna be hard pressed to find somebody that actually wants to join. With the way that our class is, who can you imagine really joining the army? Who? Gaius isn't. Eustace isn't. Like, bro, what? I won't forget it.
Now I'm afraid I must excuse myself as well. You're welcome to tour the rest of the fortress, but don't try to enter the command center.
Of course. Good luck with your work, instructor.
And I'll see you later then.
I'm crashing out on everybody. This part gonna be... This part right here is definitely a crash out part. You haven't been granted permission to enter the command center. I need to ask you to leave. I almost unintentionally slapped the shit out of you. You guys think they're so tough, man. When push comes to shove though, when the real threats start looming and showing up about, y'all ain't gonna be able to do nothing about it. That's the funny part. When Ouroboros and all them start getting active, what are you gonna do? Who do you guys have that can actually hang with them? Have we been everywhere? I feel like we have. Or am I missing something? Oh, we haven't been here. Yo, here's container 32A. Jeez, why can't they deliver these things on time? You guys are probably like, yo, Acris, relax. Relax. Yeah, no relaxing for me, man. Sick of these guys. The train schedules have all been changed up while the trade conference is going on. It's supposed to be a special security measure, but really all it's done is put us on edge. Guess you're a visitor. Try not to wander anywhere that's off limits. Things are pretty crazy right now, and a soldier here wouldn't leap at the chance for a full night's rest. Huh? Where'd this container come from? I don't remember anyone ordering. It sounds like you better be tapping in and checking in with someone. But that's a scary thing, not to know if, not to know for a fact you guys didn't order something, but you have it here. You know about that shit. Past noon already. No wonder I'm starving. That military exercise really upped our workload. I just want to get this over and grab a bite to eat. I feel you, man. Honestly, I'm about to get ready to call it here myself and grab something to eat. And probably rest. Because my eye, this shit is bothering me like crazy. Okay, we went out that way. What other places have we not been to? Oh, up here. Ooh, look at that airship. Looks like this is the fortress airport. There might come a day when I find myself in a military airship. Please don't say that shit. I hope you just mean that maybe something takes place and you have to ride in one. Surely you're not gonna be a fucking military idiot. There's Crow Machias. Guys, relax. I don't hate all military people. Come on now, you guys know me, right? Right? I would never be that way. I would never be such a person. You guys trust me, right? You do, right? Oh, good. Yeah, I didn't doubt you guys for a second. I knew you'd be in my corner. Because if you weren't, oh boy, you don't want to know. Try not to get too close to the airships. Almost punched his ass. We're about to head out for the military exercise. They say the 4th Armored Division, the strongest unit in the Imperial Army. Looking forward to this. I mean, well, yeah, they have Craig the fucking Red. But don't you understand? Right, that should do it. Normally I tell you how powerful these things are, but you're about to see for yourself. Crazy. It really is night and day. Yeah, it's hard to imagine two places more diametrically opposed. What's wrong, you two? Oh, we were just talking about how different this place is to Jirai. Jirai was super lively, but this place... I think Crow's having withdrawals now that he's somewhere without easy access to casino at all times. I can imagine. It seems like everyone's talking about Jirai these days, though. Was it really that amazing? It was. I didn't know what to expect with the recent annexation by Erebonian, but everything looked fine to me. Yeah, everything looked fine, alright. It has offices and entertainment district, and all the people I saw were thoroughly enjoying themselves. I'd go as far as to say that they're happy to be under the Imperial government's control. I don't know if I'd go that far. Facts. That's just what you people like to assume, Marcus. It's no different than Crossbelt. With Crossbelt, they're gonna get annexed. But those people are not gonna be happy just because they're going about their daily life and they don't seem bothered. They're going to be bothered. Nobody wants to be annexed, especially under the control of Erebonian. Are you kidding me? No. A little bird told me Chancellor Osborne was the one behind the annexation in the first place. It also told me he used some pretty forceful tactics to get them to agree. Yeah, I'm already knowing he's from Jirai. He is, and that would make sense that he is C, because this would tie him into why he has a problem with Osborne as well. Because who knows what really took place? Because he's saying it was some, forceful tactics. So maybe, you never know. You never really know what could have transpired there. That something could have affected him or, his folks or anything. We don't know anything about Crow. And of course, most of their tax money takes a brand new detour straight into the Imperial government's pockets. I wouldn't be surprised if he made the annexation happen just to fatten his pocketbook. But paying taxes is a citizen's duty. It's only natural that they do so now that they're under Erebonian's protection, right? Sounds like this is a pretty complicated issue. Sure, I've heard the claims that Chancellor Osborne's main priority is Erebonian territorial expansion. Am I being too hard-headed? You're just fucking naive. Crow was right on the money with what he said. You're one stubborn kid. Oh well, you're here anyway. Might as well try to enjoy it. Alright, honestly, I think with that being said, we're gonna call it right here. Because I already know we spoke to everyone in our group. So once we walk through that door, we're probably gonna get that announcement that they were talking about. So I will see you guys next time for more Trails of Cold Steel. And take care.